Y'all, I went out because the kids was loud. They still loud. But they so cute. But we still here waiting for Zara. Just waiting. My forehead big. But I also wanted to talk to y'all about, I want to do a haul. Y'all know what I'm saying? I want to do a haul. I want to do a lot of other stuff. While we sitting here waiting, this ain't the way I intended on talking about it. But while we're here, let's talk about it. I know my kids think I look crazy here talking to myself, but I'm not talking to you guys. Or at least the people in the office think I'm crazy. They keep looking at me. Where y'all going? Where y'all going? You getting what? You better go. She going in there, I think. But there we go. Oh, you gonna miss the door. Yeah, this is a long wait. Kids is getting dismissed. They letting the kids out of school before they send him. I think that's the boy, y'all. He just came out the office. Couldn't show y'all him. Dang. Hi. Going in. Fine, here you, Miss Tessa.
Zaire got himself into a little bit of trouble today, and there's a lot of, I'm sorry, I've got bad allergies.
Yeah.
So, Zaire has a story, and the other student has a story.
Right.
And of course, they are not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Zaire says that the other student started the pushing, and then he pushed back, and then the other student hit him, and then he hit back. The other student involved basically the exact same story, but he's saying that
The opposite,
Zaire
like,
started it.
okay.
Right. The teacher did not see everything, but the one thing she told me was that she saw the other student hit Zaire first, and then Zaire hit
Retaliated.
him. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, according to that student, he's telling me that she didn't see the other times he hit before.
Right.
So, I have no clue who
Right.
started it. Their stories are very compelling. And I think that it could have been avoided. Don't you? Don't you think it could have been avoided? Like if he would have not been near you in line, if he would have gone to the back of the line like he was supposed to, I think it could have been.
Well, not even just that. If whoever attacked who first would have raised their hand and let the teacher know, been aware of what was going on,
That's right.
you know,
That's right.
and Zaire knows that. So I don't understand what happened there, because we've discussed that. Don't let people get you out of character.
Right.
You know,
Right.
at least if you do get out of character, you'll be done warned your teacher, and she's aware of what's going on. What happened? No, don't talk low, because I'm sure you wasn't talking low when y'all was arguing and fighting.
Yeah, the teacher was right there behind me, and I tried letting the teacher know, like, do you see this? And she said, yeah, and she kept telling him to go back
It was a substitute teacher.
to his spot, and
Okay.
he didn't want to go to the back. I was in my spot. He didn't want to go to the back. The teacher kept yelling, telling him to go to the back. He wouldn't listen.
Well, I wish the teacher would have, even though she
Well, I didn't hear
addressed,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
I
Even
didn't
though
hear that
she,
at all.
even though she said that, she saw him hit you first, I wish that if that was the case, what you're saying, that she would have relayed more of that to Miss Tessa, that, she told him to go back a couple of times and he didn't. But that's not the case.
I don't even know if she knows that he has a certain spot in life.
Right.
Like,
okay.
she might not have even known that he was
that was his
and,
spot.
And if I see her, I will get her to come in here and talk to us. But I think they're both alpha dogs. I think they're both leaders, and they both, are the big dogs in class.
Yeah, well, I don't want him to be a big dog, but that is what I teach him, to be a leader instead of a follower,
Right.
I do instill that in him. Don't follow people, because that's how you get in trouble. And
That's right.
But I don't know about this alpha, male thing going on.
It seems like there's and they get along. Like, some days they all get along. Everybody's getting along.
Right.
That's what he said, that some days y'all are buddies, that y'all get along. But there's, like, I remember when I was in grammar school, there was a clique of girls, this group of girls, and they were so mean. They would say, let's don't play with Tessa today, or and kind of some of the things I'm hearing, like, I know Malik is he talks to Malik and then tries to get Malik not to play or hang out with you, and then you're talking to Malik. It's like Malik's kind of this quiet middle guy,
right?
Who's
friends with everybody.
Right? I guess, but just some of the things that I'm hearing, they're talking about each other's mamas. They're talking about each other's, calling somebody poor. He claims that Zaire called him poor, said his mama was fat, called him a bum because of something on the game or whatever.
Yeah, we don't do that. We don't do that. And Zaire, I don't know how long ago as far as this game, but Zaire just got on punishment last week because his grades. Okay. So I spoke with Miss Paris, and Miss Paris also said that he was talking a little bit in class, so he got on punishment, and I took the PS, so he's not even on the game, unless it was, days ago.
I think it was.
Yeah, it would have to be days ago, because...
But, so, he's claiming that Zaire's saying things like this to him in class. Zaire says that he calls him stuff in class. He said that he knocked his water bottle over on the desk, and I don't know why you were over there near his desk or messing with his stuff, and that's definitely a no-no. You don't need to be, messing with his stuff.
Were you messing with his stuff?
I was on my desk and he came knock my water bottle over.
Okay, so it was him knocking your water bottle over, not you knocking his water bottle over? Okay. So just lots of conflicting stories.
Yeah, but we don't do that talking about mamas and stuff. But that's been going on for years. It's going to continue to go on. All we can do is talk to him, and I teach him better. But people done talked about my mama. That's just the way it goes.
Right,
I don't know.
Right. Well, I gave the other student 2 days of suspension. Okay, and because I don't really know who started it.
Right.
But I do know that they both put their hands on each other. And like I told the other student and his father, if my child somebody was coming at him to hit him, to harm him, I am okay with my child getting a suspension if he's defending himself.
Right.
I don't think there's anything wrong. There's consequences.
Yeah,
he's gonna
of
get
course.
Suspended, but I don't want my son to sit there and get punched and not defend himself.
Right.
But
because that's how you get bullied,
That's right. But being able, inserting yourself into a situation that makes it worse when you could avoid it, which I think that you're not 100% at fault. I don't think Aiden's 100% at fault. I think you both sometimes do things that incites something negative out of the other person. But today I feel like, Aiden should not have been in the middle of the line where you were, and he was. I think if he would have never been in the middle of the line, hopefully if he would have just gone around and gone to the back of the line where he's supposed to be, then maybe the incident would have never happened. But he claims that he was trying to get to his spot in line, and he was just passing by, and that Zaire pushed him.
Right. And
And
don't get me
that's-
wrong, I completely understand that. It's just, my thing is, my son, I'm disappointed in him. He may be fully right, but why didn't you warn the teacher enough? Or, at least when she told Miss Tessa, you should have said, can you let Miss Tessa know that you asked him to move several times and he didn't move, That could have helped you. That could have went a long way too as well, that you tried, and you had no choice but to defend yourself, because sometimes you have no choice. But I just feel like if you would have just, that one thing, if you would have just listened to mommy when I say make your teachers aware, even if they don't want to hear it or they're upset, and they dealing with another child, make them aware.
Yeah.
So that way you can say, well, I told her, and she
That
can't
he-
deny that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. If what led up? Y'all are already getting on each other's nerves, right? Have y'all have kind of been talking smack to each other, kind of all throughout the day quietly? I mean, what led up to it? Because like both of you have told me, there are some days that you don't have any beef with each other. You get along, everything's fine. So what today kind of led up to it? Was it the fact that there was no teacher? That there was a substitute?
It was the fact that, when I got the thing, I was getting the little bingo page. She let
Yes.
me pick up the bingo thing, gave it to her, and then out of nowhere, he was just mad because she didn't get to pick more. She told me to pick.
And see, his explanation for that is he misunderstood. He thought the teacher had asked him to pick up these bingo things, sheets or something. But she had actually asked you to pick them up. So I think he started picking them up, and she told him that you were supposed to be picking them up. So, okay. So he got upset.
Yeah, I'm about to say, well, I would get upset, if I thought that my teacher told me to do something and you're doing it, I would get
Right.
upset.
And then,
He didn't get to be the helper.
yeah, I did, and then he looked at me, and then I'm trying to grab it, he's just like that. I'm like, can I get it, Aiden? He said, and he put his feet up like that and tried to step over me, tell my son, try to get it, loser, and
Right.
call me a bum.
Right.
And then he finally gave it to me when the teacher said give it to me. And then when I go to my desk, after I gave it the paper to her, he come to my desk and just stole my water bottle off my desk.
Right.
And then, so then she said, it's time to go to music. I walk in the middle of the room waiting for the girl that go in front of me, waiting for her to come because she was getting her stuff ready. Then out of nowhere, he bumped into me. And then he started doing that little tippy-toe thing, calling me a bum and stuff. And then out of nowhere, the teacher behind me telling him to go to the back of the line and get in his spot because everybody know he in the back of the line. And everybody know he's supposed to be in the back, and he don't do that with Miss Paris.
Yeah, I feel like that's what happened. I feel like Miss Paris wasn't here,
Yeah.
and maybe he felt like, he could do a little bit more.
Right.
But like I say, I just wish that you would have
Let the
handled the
teacher-
situation a little different, so.
The part where you're saying he called you a bum, you didn't tell me that before. He said you called him a bum, but you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, when you remember when I told you he was on that desk where he was saying stuff about me and stuff when he was.
I thought you said he called you a loser.
Yeah, he called me a loser. He called me a bum. All that.
Okay, I didn't.
That's
recall
why.
you
That's why when
saying-
he was right here and saying I called him a bum. That's why I was just like that.
Right.
And then after that, the teacher behind me, and then out of nowhere he just come and just punch me and keep punching me in my jaw. Then when I'm trying to block, he just still punch me, and then he try to go for my stomach and try to go for
See,
my
that's
face.
exactly the
And then-
story he said about
He
him.
then he tried to come for my face, and then that's when I just
Yeah.
started punching him back.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, well, there's nothing we can do about it now. And, I'm not taking my son's side, Miss Tessa,
Listen, I've heard both sides.
yeah, but
and-
when, it's, to me, it seems a little obvious of what partook, maybe one was jealous of something that the
Exactly.
teacher told him to do. And,
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not,
And as
like you said, we're not
trivial
gonna,
as it seems, it's amazing to me that some of these fifth grade boys, I don't know. I just, I just hate it. But I do know that the teacher told me what she saw, even though she might not have seen the whole thing, was that he got hit first and he hit back.
Yeah, that's why I feel like, I'm not trying to take his side, but
Okay, yeah.
yeah, I just wish so you could have covered yourself better than this, You don't need a day of suspension.
No.
You know what I'm saying? School got out already.
Yeah, you don't need to be missing school.
And I hate that for him because, like I say, I'm not taking up for my son, but my kids stay in the house, Miss Tessa. They don't even go outside and play like that. I mean, they should, but they don't. It's because they don't want to, because a lot of times the kids in the neighborhood, we stay in a, not so good neighborhood, and so it's best for them. And they just be on their electronics unless they get in trouble now.
Right. Well,
So it's going to be pretty boring for you.
Zaire, you have impressed me so much. I know you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. And we all mess up. We make mistakes. Everybody in this room's made mistakes.
Right.
But you are a good kid. Even with making mistakes. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. You're a good kid. And you are, when I say you impress me, you're very articulate. You can speak to adults. You're confident. You have a lot of attributes, a lot of characteristics that could take you far in life. So don't let trivial things get you turned in the wrong direction. Just stay the course, okay?
Right. Did you tell Miss Tessa you done started football this year? And
Awesome.
yeah,
That's good.
you trying to be positive and do things.
You like football?
Mhm.
You like it? I guess it hasn't been real
He
hot
loves
yet.
it, but if he keeps getting in trouble, he know it's gonna be
Yeah.
that's gonna be
Well,
something taken
maybe
away.
this'll
I'm hoping so, Miss Tessa. And I appreciate you, Miss Tessa, because I know you could have gave him 2 days as well, so I really appreciate.
I'm gonna do one day.
Yeah.
Because the teacher, that's what she
Mhm.
saw, and I'm gonna go on what she saw. But I just want you to avoid him.
Right.
I mean, I don't think he's a bad kid. I
Mhm.
think y'all all make mistakes.
And sometimes you just don't get along. It's
Right.
fine.
That's
It's
right.
fine. That don't mean that you have to fight just because you don't get along. Grown-ups don't get along sometimes. They don't like each other, but they coexist. Like Miss Tessa might have somebody she work with that they don't, but they have to do what they have to do.
That's right. All right, I'm gonna get you to sign this, and he'll be able to come back on the 15th.
Okay.
And this is rule violation number 27. He'll just sign up there. And I can get out of here.
All right, Miss Tessa.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you.
All right, take care.
You too. Come
All
on.
right, see you later. Bye, Zane.
Come on. Okay, y'all. So we out of here. They said they felt like it wasn't really Zaire's fault, but they still giving him a suspension because they don't really know what happened. So this is a long 2 videos, but I love y'all. I miss y'all. I'm gonna come back later because this is not what I intended on talking about today.